Hello and welcome back to the next episode of Factorio. Today I'm joined with Massive from MassiveDynamic. So
Hey guys.
let's see if I don't get... Oh, I nearly got run over by a train. I should get my good suit on that cannot get basically overrun by a train. So I'm gonna go to you. So as you can see, we are here. So yeah, you're currently at my starter base, as you can see. So yeah, I have some amount of boilers. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 120 steam boilers for basically backup.
Yes, I see that.
So
Oh.
oh shit.
Having a hard time keeping up. Internet speed.
Thank God that on my side I probably won't have that issue because I'm currently streaming that over LAN into the World Wide Web. So uh, so my all of my boilers have are connected up to here. These up to the circuit network with the accumulators because I don't want the power to go down. That won't be so good.
Good idea.
Yeah. So, but my main power source is a giant block of nuclear reactors that currently can produce 8.1 gigawatts of power.
That's a big one.
Yeah. So, what was the max amount of power? 7.6 was the max amount of power that they put out. So I really need that amount of power. Apparently I should pause the game for you to catch up.
Thank you. That is helping me to catch up.
Yeah. So I currently have a production of over 700 signs per minute.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but all except of purple signs. Because that takes too much rail.
Yeah, it's hard to produce that much rail, isn't it?
Yeah, and I have a separate tone for that. So that needs to be shipped with all of my trains from the rail tone to the science tone for to the purple science tone. You are on. Let's unpause the
There we
game.
go.
If you go east, then you can see a purple train, and that's the main passenger train for me.
Oh, you know what? I am not able to move. I'll just have to look around in map view, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, when bases get this size, I have trouble uh staying
Okay.
staying up to speed with
Where
them.
was that? Let's ignore that problem for now. Okay, let's stand here, get my train to the home base, that has big written that has small written on it. So it's east of our thing and north of the what is it here? The U235 icon.
235 icon.
East of us and then north of the U235 icon. So it's not far away.
I got bounced again. Yeah.
So it's probably just because my base is so massive that your computer can't keep up.
Yes, that's what it is. I don't have a world-class computer, that's for sure, so
Yeah.
probably the issue.
Okay. So for me it's running completely fine. So and just some catching up to do, and so that's my mall where practically everything is made except was some things like the power armor and some stuff in there. So what I'm really proud of is the junction that irrelevant these things is my junction for here south of the small copper plate producing stuff, which is currently running dry. I have made there a junction that has traffic lights. Can you see that?
I am saving a copy of the game. I might have to do.
So
try it. If I save a copy, if I can. Got disconnected again.
I could also. Okay. So. That is one of the best things that I've made in this factory. All of the other stuff is basically just making things bigger, but that has actual logic to it. And also I've made some logic with some of the stations that so that they cannot get overfilled. So here I've made it so that these have some priorities so that if they're waiting too much, then it will just go through. That's pretty hard to basically I don't know what I am saying because I'm not quite the native English speaker. So it's easier to say what these my system at all of these train stations do that have advanced station measuring things. Should we go on?
Yeah.
Go to. How about we load up your copy of the world, and then I'm gonna join you. Is that okay?
My copy of your world.
Yeah.
Let me. I'm not sure that it saved that first time because I got kicked out in the middle of saving. So let me try.
Okay.
Let me try to save it again.
Yeah,
This time I'll zoom in right down on myself so that there's less graphical taxing of the system, and try it that way one time, see what happens.
so I know that problem. One of my other words, I had a not so good computer, and every time I got to the Steam system, the FPS would go down massively.
Yeah.
So let's wait for you to download the map. Or can you download it now, or do I need to unpause it?
Let me find out. Save, Boy game, save.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Yeah,
you've saved it, so
yep.
I will
Right.
stop this recording now, and you will see if when he's loaded the game. And we're back. Now on his server, basically, as we can see, it's a little bit laggy, but yeah, he cannot do anything about that if his connection can keep up with this massive factory for the size. So if we go down a little bit south, then to the east, no, west, there's my first iron smelting station. Why is this locomotive dead? I won't say anything about that, so you go to there. So here I have some logic that determines how many trains that can go on this here in the station at all times. So should we go there directly or what?
Yeah, I will follow you wherever you go.
Okay, yeah, here you go. There you have some power armor, so that you can run around a little bit faster.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. How about we take a train? You need to walk carefully over these train tracks because you do not have any shields in your power armor. I will survive one hit in a train. You won't.
Okay, I will be careful though. Thanks for giving me the dangerous power armor.
So if you give me yours, then I will give you mine that has...
No, it's okay. I won't. I'll just watch the lights on the tracks. I'll be okay.
Yeah. So we will go to my to the most important train for this playthrough. No, yeah. This has killed me, or one of these trains has killed me many times. So let's go to the first station that I have. That it was actually the first station that I've built. So it's the iron station. So it has inputs of 8 iron belts, and output also 8 iron belts. That is nowhere near enough of production for the factory. So I've built another one that we come to later. So I have a bit of a different train system, at least in the outer regions. In here there's just a normal four-way, 4-lane train tracks. So yeah, we just ignore that for now. My factory can run off some of that for a good amount of time. Okay. Here on every station, shit. This station hasn't got updated. So this station, on every station there's a military train station that will provide it with ammunition and other things. So currently this is so old that it currently runs on here the yellow ammunition. And as you can see, there's quite a lot in it. 6.4 thousand ammo. Okay, this can turn around because we don't need that. So this station has a problem. When everything goes wrong, it will have so much input that it will just clog up here the entire south side here, and will just clog the entire system up. So I've made a few modifications to this so it cannot clog up anymore. So you have here a red and green wire, so for each different station. So the provider stations that provide here iron ore has red and the other one has green. I don't know why I've did it this way, but it is so. So it comes together so that it forms here two bundles. So we need 7 iron ore trains and 2 of here these trains, iron plate trains. It all goes down here to this logic gate that just says, yeah, you have so much trains input, but we cannot provide for all of that. So I've just made it so that here that only comes that only can get so many trains input as there are stations here. Can you follow me?
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good way to do it.
So I've made it a little bit different. I have already made a blueprint book for that. So here that has, first of all, the circuit station that is the beginning. It's basically this, but in already blueprint form. So here's the start. So then I can make here this so that I can expand it endlessly. So here, let's get rid of this. Then I have here the end. So this is a little bit different, but green is the input and red the output, so that I can regulate all of the inputs and outputs. So for stations that have more than 2 inputs, like let's say satellites, they have 5 inputs and 1 output, so that I can expand this endlessly. So the train symbol here, that says how many trains that I can actually request at any one time. This check symbol is for that I have already here a blueprint that checks automatically for one of these modules. is not, then it's just one of these that is down here and is nothing further than that. But this says, yeah, you can. I want so many trains, but here in red it says you can only have 5 trains, but it wants 10. So it does it like that. That it basically says, yeah, you can only get 5 trains at any one time. But it also says, I want, if it wants just 1 train and it gets 10, then it just says, I'm getting just 1 train. And this is a provider station, so, and I have also the other way. This is other way around. The other one was a requester, this is a provider station. So if you press O, then you can see all of the station names. I have a few. So for every single one of the one recipe, I have here one pickup and drop off. So all of these trains are basically easy to manage. If I do not have enough throughput for basically iron, I just get a new train and it says, yeah, you go from iron ore pick up to iron ore drop off, then it will do that. So as you can see, I have 86 trains. And stations a little bit more, but most of them are fuel stations, junctions or military train stops, as you can see.
Yes.
And just some ones that aren't currently doing anything. Do you want to see anything that I've built?
I'm open to a tour, whatever you want to show me. I like your little towns, though.
So no tone can expand. So if I set these walls, then it won't expand any further. So as you can see here, this is basically the max I get out of this town. So I just want to go, no, let's not go in the back, but in the front. So I will show you the power town, basically. This is there where all of the nuclear reactors are. So that this town just does here power, has a little bit of defenses and some accumulators if my power runs out because of some massive spike of energy usage. That does not happen that often because I basically do not have any here laser turrets. I have some, but not all too many. So so I also made a blueprint here for the lag fest that is my reactor setup, especially on the outside, because there are all of the turbines. So it is basically just a loop that circles around all of these unspent fuel cells. I've also made a depot for 10 times this blueprint of here the nuclear reactor setup. This is, I think, a little bit overboard on all of these things like heat exchangers and steam turbines, but I will give up too much for expandability. As you can see, every single one of these can, if you from the second row on, if you get here a blueprint of this will expand indefinitely if it has some water underneath it. And I've chosen this location because of the amount of water that there is.
Nice.
Yeah. So, as you can see, there's a bit of water down below. So there's the lag fest that's called steam turbines. So each of our power suits has, I do have the armor in my inventory, has 3 sets of your exoskeletons. Yours is the more is, I think, the better suit for every day because it also has the bad immunity equipment. So I will always go around on here these belts. So
this is nice.
yeah, but for that I am faster in this direction. You won't have any speed increase. So okay, what could I show you next? Do you want to take a blueprint of this, or should I just give you that?
Yeah, well, I have the map now, so I can I can steal all your blueprints when you're not looking.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, okay, so. Oh yeah, I can show you a town that's pretty close. That's my rail town. That is not finished because the massive amounts of rails that it will pump out and the resources that it will use.
Yeah. How about we take a look at one of your? Where we go in Railtown?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're basically there now.
Oh yeah. In here. That was quick.
Yeah, it's pretty close. So this is basically the start here. So this is the output currently. As you can see, it's just one full belt out of what was I calculating, about 30 or so. And this is the amount of rails that it will produce.
Nice.
So that's massive amounts of rails that it will use up. The purple science. So there's also a bit of uranium in here. but I currently do not mind that because I do not have any use for that. My uranium tone that refines all of that is already full of U-235 because of my tone that refines to U-238 into U-235. So, okay. So, oh, I had a tone that is called mangled pork because I've gotten the name for that in that tone. It is on that banner that Bentham uses. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
we will go to that town right now. You can see that from the map view that it is called mangled pork. And I won't change that name. Every other town name I will change. There are currently none of them that are named except for mangled pork. So, have you already seen what that town produces or not?
I just looked at it from the map. You got biters following us for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, here.
Oh, yeah. Just some biters.
Yeah, a few biters just taking a walk down the railroad track.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
See that? You let them get pretty close.
Yeah,
I like to keep my biters far away.
yeah. I know why, because of the trains that will get destroyed. I already had some trains at least somewhat destroyed. So I know what the problem is, but I won't fix that right now.
Yeah, all these trains are damaged here.
No, they are
No?
all waiting for here the solid fuel.
Oh,
These are
okay.
all solid fuel trains.
Oh, okay.
So I make that out of two different products. One light oil, the other one is petroleum. Because if petroleum is too much, then I won't produce any light oil. And I do think that this is enough of here the what is it called, the solid fuel, that I won't get any issue with that. And as it seems, we do not, or I do not have enough light oil here. So here's one of my oil trains. So that goes to the drop-off point. That is my only refinery for oil. I do have ambitions to make another one, but currently it is not needed because of a lack of production. So, how about you set the course for one of these for this train?
Okay. Where's your oil refinery?
It's near the spawn.
Near the spawn. Okay.
So north of all of these steam turbines.
North of the steam turbine. Oh, I see it. Okay. So
there.
you said it. Okay, good.
So if you wanted to see these, so let's go there. I
Yeah.
I know my way around because I've played some amount of time on this map.
You have a few hours on this map.
Yeah. How much time do you have on your map?
Um, I think it's pretty close to the same as this one. Somewhere it's over 200 hours. I know that, but I don't remember the exact minutes. I will have to check it after we get done here.
Okay. Uh, I think on your map it's definitely a bit better with the lag.
Uh,
Because you probably won't have so high throughput of these trains.
right. I don't know my train count. I know that science count is running about 240, 250 science per minute.
Uh,
Uh, so it's quite a bit smaller. Plus, I run on I have smaller nuclear power plants, and I'm going to all solar to help with that because I have to work within the limits of my
yeah,
computer. So
I didn't run into any problems, so I will I will only change that if I run into problems. Oh,
it's,
yeah, I should deal with that train. So you can run around here. So I just fixed that train that's there. So I have always 5 train. So 5 what is it? Uh, steam
oh, it's
locomotive and and a and 5 cargo wagons on me because of that currently. And at some point I will eradicate basically all of the biters near my factory.
yeah, your neighbors are not very friendly.
Yeah, at least they won't expand.
You should send them some cookies. That's what I do. I send my neighbors cookies whenever they come knocking on the door.
So some of these cookies. Wait a second. One of them should be firing. Yeah, there it is at the mall. Let's see if I can survive that. I stand in the middle of that. There comes probably one of these cookies that you.
Yes, that's the ones. Yeah. Oh, you're firing it at yourself. Yes.
Yeah. So why not? I need to know that my trains do more damage than here one of these artillery shells.
I see.
So
Very.
so yeah. My rockets do more damage than these artillery shells. So my damage on these uranium roads are currently 139 damage. I think that's quite a bit of damage.
Yes, it is.
So all of my currently running refineries are 12 beacon setups or something like that. Definitely the max beacon setup that I can use. And all of them have 3 productivity modules. And we are currently running too high on heavy oil. So that means that I need to get there higher production. I can get rid of this tank because I do not need that anymore. And yeah, it's in the middle of an oil field.
Yes.
So I have, as you can see, I will build basically on any patch that's there. And just some towns have run out of their natural resources.
Yes, that happens. What's your mining productivity up to?
Actually, not that high because I want to have the towns run out of natural resources because I need more space there.
Oh, I see.
So currently, miner productivity is 17, so 12. That means that these have here a productivity of 120%.
I'll see. Yep. I see it.
So I have 4 newer towns that have actual artillery there with a bit higher defenses because they have artillery. They also have flamethrowers to better defend themselves and so on. Do you want to take a look at some of these towns?
Sure, let's do that.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to the low density structures one. That is the most interesting out of all of them. Because it has a bunch of train stacking. It is cramped as much as possible. Yeah, and it's full of copper.
Oh yeah.
It is the southmost town of all of my towns here.
Yes, I see it.
The southernmost town. As you can see, it's pretty cramped.
Yes, it is. It's very dense.
So next to that is probably the most dense town of all of them. It is the what is it? Rocket control unit town. That has no more space because of all of the copper ore that it has.
Yes, I see that one too. So it looks like there's some scarring on the landscape here where nuclear weapons have been exploded.
Yeah, it's the easiest way to deal with the biters.
Yes.
To liberate them.
Send them a liberate them with a lime cookie.
Yeah. So next to we are driving next to my basically the fluid town that is just there for fluid configuration, so that I won't have too much of any fluid except for water. That has a separate town that just expand out into the water. Because as you can see, the most of my towns aren't near water. Even the refinery town has no water inside.
Yes.
The one north of Spawn. So I need to drain in all of the water that it uses. So for that I have here a bunch of auto pickup stations, simply.
Nice.
So so this is the this here is the normal configuration of miners that I use, because I want to be as space efficient as possible with all of these miners, because of reasons. I don't know.
You have reasons.
Yeah. Each
Nice.
miner provides as much coverage as possible without overlapping too much. But some of these times I cannot do that because of here the the area that it is in. So here's the brain for this town. As you can see, it has 5 inputs for all of this, so 3 directly for inputting for the low density structures, and 2 output on and 2 now for the outputs low density structures, and here the copper. And none of this is processed in town because it would take up way too much space there. So here 2 lanes of low density structures,
Yeah.
and it's currently full.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many rockets? Rocket silos. Let's take a look at those.
Okay, I have 3 of them, and my goal is to get 1 belt of science per minute. So 1 blue belt of every science. Oh yeah, as you can see here, I have stackers inside here, the train tracks, as well as some other ones up here, where we go in. So you wanted to see the rocket silos, so let's go to the probably the most distant town to this one.
Oh, great. Good, we get a nice long train ride.
Yeah. But I do not think that it is the longest train ride. Because I have one train that one town that just does copper. It's 16 belts for that. So currently, but in the future I will expand that to 32 belts of copper. And the other side is my refined concrete town that has a massive train of, what is it, 214.
You have a 214 train?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought I saw a long train when we were at spawn, but I
No.
didn't. No?
So there's one train that's 1.5, but that train over there is really 214. 13 of them are filled with refined concrete. So I think that's a pretty massive train. And
That is a
so that's to concrete some of these towns, if I have time for that. So, like the Mangled Pork town, it is concreted over, and so on. So
yes.
I think that it take 2 trains for that, for just that town. Do you know? Yeah,
Two full trains, 14 car trains, two of them full.
yeah, I think 2 full.
Wow, that's a lot of concrete.
Yeah. So uh, that's the only train that is as long as that, because it cannot park anywhere else, and that's why it is so far away from anything else. It
Yeah, I
has
can imagine.
it has its own iron ore and its own, what is it, stone. So it produces just for itself the concrete. Oh yeah, and yeah, you are saving the map.
Yeah, that's autosave.
Yeah, I know that. For me, it's a bit faster. So I should concrete that this whole station over. It has the production for that. Okay, it's currently not as loud as it could be, but it could go louder if we have some more rocket fuel. And we are missing light oil. So okay, we are here. Why are there no any light oil trains? I know why. Because I do not have enough of them. So okay, I will copy you. So here, there. So
Oh,
there are 1, 2 trains. So
that is a lot of satellites.
yeah. So this has its, even the satellites has their own tone.
Satellite town. That's a lot of satellites right there.
Yeah, and each one of these trains, there's just one satellite train, contains a full load of satellites.
That
So 40 times 4, so 140 satellites per train.
well, that should keep you launching rockets for a long time.
I've already run. I did some train. No, sometimes no. I had one time that it did run dry, even though it has so many.
Wow, that's like 2,100 rockets almost.
Yeah.
2,000, yeah, 723, 719. So that's 14, 42, 15, 1,630 something trains or so.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's a
did
lot of
you know
trains.
that you can actually put rocket science into the not ingredient slot, but into the launch slot and get something out?
Yeah, you get fish back.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Send.
you can get the th- thanks for the fish achievement.
Yes.
So long and thanks for the fish.
Yes. And I've never done it, but they say you can put a car in there too, and you can jump in the car and ride out to
Yeah.
space. I have never done that, but maybe that's
So
something I'll
also
do.
trains.
You can put trains in there?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
So let's go down. So shit. I do not have. Oh yeah, here I have rocket fuel. Shit. Which one? 78. Here is 83, and here is 88. So to the topmost one, all of the rocket fuel that you can get. So here, so I'm currently scraping all of the rocket fuel that I have together, so that you can see what you can do with that. Okay. Oh yeah, we have bunch of rocket fuel. As you can see here, all of my trains are basically fueled with not rocket fuel, but yeah, most of them are fueled by the uranium fuel, but some of these are also fueled by rocket fuel.
Yes.
So here 99, preparing. So I have a trainer, a locomotive on board, but I don't know with a cargo wagon. Let's test both. So, okay. Yeah, then here you can put this in there and this. Yeah. Hop in. Wait. So, no. No, you can hop in.
No, you can't, can you? If I
Press
hit
enter.
enter? Oh, you hit press enter, yep. I'm in.
Can I? Okay, no.
Send me.
And launch.
What happens to me when I go away?
You will see.
I'm excited a little.
So. And
There we go.
bye. You will never see me alive again.
Uh-oh. I'm lifting off. I'm airborne.
I'm running faster, not anymore than you.
Oh, I'm back in the same spot. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Now you
Fine.
now you've seen this Easter egg.
Yep. I have never done that before. That was fun.
So even this year's tileable, as you can see, I've so you can get this here and then add it just below that, and then it works. Not like that, not like just thought out, but better.
Very good.
Yeah.
But your towns are not allowed to expand, so you have to have a new town if you want to add more rockets, right?
Um, inside the town, they can do anything that they want, basically.
Oh, okay.
But outside of the borders, they they cannot expand.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
So
Nice.
that so it's a bit different. So okay.
Well, these are really nice towns. I like them a lot. I like everything about them. I like your little squiggly stations. I like the limits you have on your
Hmm?
town sizes. Yeah, very nice, very nice. I like your 4-lane train
Hmm.
sections.
So these 4 lanes are basically just 2 lanes most of the time,
Right.
because I will force them to the outside with here my with all of these train stops that are called Junction, uh, just so that I have them just bundled into one spot.
Right. But it allows for trains to pass each other if they need to.
Yeah,
Yes, I like it.
so they can go through there, but they will most of the time go on the outside. It's mainly so that I can uh, have basically some switch of lanes. So basically, if you have a tone there, it won't get the main lane won't get clogged up. So all can flow nicely through.
Yes. Yeah, that works real well.
I've named one tone myself. That is fuel wood. So it's pretty far south, and it has a pretty interesting main line, because it goes straight through a oil deposit. So it has a little squiggle on it, the main line. We are currently driving to there.
Okay.
So apparently we are going through the new pass of one of these junctions, because I had so much traffic that I thought that, yeah, this would be a nice addition for that. And I do not have any induced traffic, because I have just that amount of trains that I can have. So it's pretty easy that if I just add another lane or a off ramp, it won't get clogged up like Houston, Texas, the 26 lane highway.
Right.
So that military train stop is necessary there, where we went through, because all of the biters come from that side but not the other side.
Uh-huh. Ah,
So And no, I do not have there any ambition of trying to get there a artillery, because it is just too dangerous there. So, and this here is a self-sufficient station for at least its electricity. So as you can see,
You would.
yeah,
Funny.
we are in the woods and we produce fuel wood.
Ah, good thinking. I like your W.
Like ironwood, but with fuel.
Yes. I get it. I like it.
So I have here pretty good. I have a good amount of trees. Sadly, some of them needed to. I needed to get rid of some of them up here, and so on. So this here is just a producing station for here rocket fuel. And down here's a squiggle in the main line.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because you cannot go straight through because there's some oil wells there.
I see that. Yeah.
So it needed to move. Did you notice any of these outgoing stations here? Or so I say that this is here a in station and the other one is an out station. Did you notice anything weird with them?
Let's see. This is. Let me get up there and look at them.
And no, not up there, but here are these junctions, these little junctions. So like this one here. I will give you a tip. There's some logic here. So if this here says yellow or red, then
Oh, circuits. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
circuits on there. Okay.
because I do want to these on the mainline trains to go straight through without any stopping.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I have here some logic.
Oh.
And some oddities with these, I call this a out junction, so for here all of this, because this here goes out of the rail network, where the other one is going into the rail network.
Oh. Oh. Good idea.
Did you
Good
name?
idea.
Oh no, you do not have any of that because you have a fixed town size and so on, and so on. Or
Yeah, well, in my original towns, I had fixed towns with fixed blueprints.
Okay.
But then I expanded them to a bigger size town, and now I'm on my third size town, which is much bigger. And my original towns did not have stackers inside the town. My newest ones I have stackers
Okay.
inside the towns to eliminate the traffic, and I have 4 lanes around the towns. So yeah, my older towns are just strictly everything's 2 lane, and it led to some serious traffic congestion.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So the main where I spawn, there I do not have any of these on the junction. I do not have any name, no, any train stops, because then it would have too much traffic there, and it would and it will force out some of the throughput that it could potentially have.
Yeah.
And through there, I already made also a 6th lane, basically, that just goes straight through, that does not have any turn-offs, and so on.
Oh yeah, it is 6 lanes. Straight through. Yeah. Oh, good idea.
So, and as you can see, I basically did not paint any towns, just made them as efficient as possible, because I do not have any town names except for 2, maybe maybe 3, and so on. So
Right.
even this town name could change, because I've decided it myself, and if people don't like it, then I could always rip it out.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. Well, that gives you the freedom to name all your iron stations the same, right? And all your copper stations the same.
Yeah,
And it's easier to regulate. You don't have to worry about remembering town names and all that stuff, which does get confusing after a while.
at the start I've had a completely ridiculous thing, and that is to have the junctions all on the outside. Every single junction was named, every single direction was named, and I've routed these trains through there.
Wow.
At some point I said, no, I will rip all of that out and just say point A to point B.
Yeah.
That's way easier.
Yes.
And I could just copy my tone and put it somewhere else, and it would work directly. So that makes it 100 times easier than Bentham's one.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a lot easier.
But Bentham didn't have the technology then.
Right. Yeah. He was working
Uh,
before 1.0 was like.
he didn't have the train limit thing.
Right.
He should just say on off.
Right.
So, as you can see, some of these military train stops are currently not quite right, because at the end there are some inserters that shouldn't be there because of the artillery wagon that, no, not the artillery wagon, but the artillery shell wagon that is there. So at some stations I had not even that much space that I could even make 2 trains the fuel train and the what is it? The military train to separate things. So I had to be a bit creative with that. And we are now going to one of these stations that has one of these extra small train stops.
Right.
It has basically all of the functions for a normal fuel station and a normal military train stop. And so it is a bit different. I have more than one location of that, but I just know one. And that is where I made the train station. So it has basically both train stations at one point, and both trains can come in basically at the same time, but it won't do anything with that, because I've made it so that both of them, so basically the fuel gets filtered out of the ammo and something, and the artillery shells, and the artillery shells won't get these artillery shells don't go into here the ammo to serve the whole track around. So that's basically the smallest station there.
Right.
So but the original military train cannot do all its functions, just drop off the what is it again? These uranium rounds.
Oh, what's up with this train?
It just waits. As you can see, it just waits there because of a lack of because there's too much traffic there.
Oh, I see.
And currently we have no traffic anymore on these main two junctions. So now the second train station that we drive through is where the military train gets all of its ammo and so on.
Oh, okay.
So there's a military pickup, and there it picks up all of its things like uranium rounds, artillery shells, and light oil. And that's how it gets all its fuel and so on. It has probably the most complicated train station. Yeah. The
Yes, it does.
most complicated thing here.
Yeah, this is complicated.
So, and this here's the train station for military pickup, in the military train stop, and the train fuel station. in actuality it's pretty easy, but just compact. And this stone is for here the spent fuel cells refining. So this is basically sandwich between the uranium and the coal field. That's why I needed to make it so small.
Right. Nice. So you do all your uranium processing somewhere else, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
south of the mall.
Oh, okay, at the mall.
No, not at the mall, south of the mall.
South of the mall. Okay.
There's the uranium ore processing. And then I have a different station for the for the U-238 processing. There is way too much production of U-235.
Yeah, that is pretty common.
So the station is just for here stone and here copper production. So I needed I need a bunch of copper and a bunch of stone, so here. So if we go through here, then we have here the not module production for a little bit. This is the second expansion for the module production.
Yep. See, it's fully loaded with modules everywhere.
Yeah, here, yeah, it comes in, and here it's some more. Apparently, you do not need that much, but I will say this is not enough module production that we currently have. It's just because there's a lack of usage there.
Right.
Because of the light oil.
Right. Good. Very nice.
Do you want to see any of these big smelters? So the big smelter array for iron or copper.
Sure, let's go over there.
So I don't think that here are too many trains that are coming in. So up here there aren't any trains because up there isn't anything, so here you go on in front.
Okay.
So copper or iron?
Either one. How about which one's closer?
Probably the iron.
Okay, let's go there.
Down there I have the only loop, so small loop in the entire system. No, one of two loops. Dang you, train loop. That proves me wrong right away.
Oh yeah, I see it.
So there Yeah, it's not currently at full production because, again, a lack of light oil. Because of that, we do not have enough rocket science, and because of that, we do not use up anything, basically. So, did the problem solve itself? No, because probably there are too many trains here. How many trains do you want? 2. And here do you want 1. And this one here wants 2. 5 out of 5 trains are currently all at train stops for the light oil trains. Yeah, and none of them want to go to the pickup. I need to put in some different measures. That's pretty damn hard with all of these fluid trains. One time I have not enough, and other times I do have too many.
Right.
How about you go?
That's Factorio.
Yeah. You wait for a full train. So I have at least 1 out of the system for now. The best is just to produce too much. Then you don't have that problem. Let's see how long it is. Oh, this episode will be 1 hour, 1.5 hours long.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, we have 1 train casualty.
Train casualty. Oh. Oh yeah.
One thing I could do is on the military train, basically get there some of these repair packs, and then I will let it get repair packs. So
Yeah, you don't.
what?
You don't have any Spidertrons running around?
No, because they are way too slow.
Oh, okay.
As you can see, trains that move at 300 kilometers an hour move basically 5 minutes from one to another the train station.
Right.
So Spidertrons won't help anything.
Yeah, they're just nice to have though, with repair packs in them, so you can send them to like the place where a train's down or something. You can replace it, get it on its way without having to go over there yourself. You can have a few of them around the base, you know.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, let's do smelting operation here.
So let's go through.
I can.
You shouldn't stand here.
Ooh! No, I won't stand there. I won't do that.
I thought,
Yeah.
I think I can have a train running at full power at me and I won't die. So I knew that I didn't die there. So here's
11 shields, yeah.
that's my smelting operation.
Yeah.
it has 14 furnaces because I do not like a uneven number. So that, especially for something like this here.
Right.
So these, with this, it is a lot easier to produce a full build without having any mergers, splitters. So I do want to expand this to more than double the size because currently there's a bit of an iron patch in the way, as you can see here.
Yes, I see that. How much iron is on this patch here?
Only 600, only 6.6 million.
6 million, yeah.
And that is the patch that I've mined as fast as possible, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, much denser than the other ones, yeah.
So
get that one used up so you can expand through it.
yeah.
Yes.
Here are the outgoing stations for the iron. Each train has 8 belts coming in for maximum throughput.
Yeah. Very good. Loading fast. Get them on their way. Load them fast and get them out of here. Let's see how long it takes to load.
Yeah. Pretty short time, as you can see here. And I cannot load any faster because that's all stack inserters with the max upgrade.
Yep, that's as fast as they're going to go. Max upgraded 12 stack inserters on a wagon. That's as fast as it gets.
Yeah.
Very good.
So this is basically my build train that has some amount of resources it can store. This here is for the front, is here for fast acceleration. So two locomotives, and at the back just another locomotive just for backwards acceleration that I can have a bit of.
Yeah, when you're working on new track and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good idea.
So that I can even send this train backwards around. So, is there anything else interesting about my factory?
I really like it. I am going to let me start my recording. I'm just gonna say a quick, like maybe a minute or two. Just to introduce. Let's
end this episode first.
Oh, sorry. Yes, end this episode first.
So, thank you all for watching and goodbye.